Hey guys, welcome back. So in today's video we are going to be doing a full face of first impressions. All products that I've tried either like once or not at all. So many of these were in my what I got for Christmas like beauty haul that I posted beginning of January. And yeah, I'm going to be turning this into something that people want to look at. So all I did so far was my moisturizer and my eye cream. Now I'm going to be trying out the Stila Aqua Glow Perfecting Primer. So this is a stick primer, which I thought was very interesting. It is a sheer blue color with a clean scent. So I'm not sure how I'm going to like this, but ooh, it's very cooling. Yeah, I don't know how much I need, but yeah, it doesn't feel like it goes very far. Like you have to use maybe a little bit more than I use, but I'm going to stick to that because I don't want to overdo it. Yeah, feels pretty good. I think a true test of a primer is how long your foundation wears or if it wears well, so that I will test out. Today I'm going to try a powder foundation. I don't do this very often. As you can see, I have a lot of active stuff going on, so usually powder foundations are not my friend, but I'm going to under eye correct at this point. This is not a new product. You guys have seen me use Bobbi Brown's Corrector in Peach lots of times. Just a little compact, and I'm just going to use my finger. I don't think it's fair to put a concealer to the test today with these under eye circles, so I am just using a little bit there. Okay, that's a little better. Here is Laura Gellar's Baked Balance and Brighten Foundation in the shade Medium. I have no idea if this is going to be a good color match for me. It looks pretty close. I don't know. I don't even know what brush to use. This is just a rounded kabuki. I'm going to try that. I wanted something a little bit stiffer so I could really press this into the skin. Okay, I have some on the brush, and I'm swirling it onto my skin. What do we think? All right, here's the test right here. It definitely didn't take care of it, but this side definitely looks better than that side. Let's try it over here. Alright, now let's test it out on this forehead stuff. I've got some spots. Honestly, it did better than I thought it would. It did not completely cover this situation down here, but I'm very impressed. I feel like I used a ton of product, like probably quadruple what you're supposed to, but it gave me coverage, so that's good. I'm just going to use a concealer to spot conceal. Not sure how I feel about doing a powder foundation and then a cream product on top, but well, we'll give it a shot today. For concealer, I'm using this sample of Amazing Cosmetics, Amazing Concealer. Then this came in Fair Golden, Medium Beige. Those are the only two I'm probably going to touch. And then Tan Golden and Dark Caramel in the sample. And I'm using a Jessup little tiny kabuki brush. It's the perfect size to fit into one of these little circles of concealer. So I'm going to try Fair Golden and then probably end up mixing in Medium Beige just to make sure that I don't have like white under eyes. But I'm also going to use more of the Medium Beige to spot conceal the places I don't want my acne to show through. Basically everywhere I have acne, because I never want my acne to show through. Just Fair Golden. Oh yeah, that's way too light for me. So I'm going to put a little bit under each eye. And then I'm going to go in with Medium Golden before I completely... Alright, here's Medium Beige going on top. And I don't know how much I need of this, so I'm going to stop there. I'm going to use a clean brush. See, this is too light. Well, this brush has way too much product on it, as you can see. I haven't re-dipped it, so I'm going to go back in with that with a clean brush and tap it all out. So now I'm going in with the It Cosmetics Je ne sais quoi Quad. This has the Bye Bye Pores Pressed Translucent Powder in it, the white one up here. It's supposed to be translucent. I'm using a Sigma tapered highlighter brush. It's just a perfect tapered little brush to do under the eyes. And I'm just tapping that powder in. I have only used this once, and I didn't really like test it to its fullest capability, so see if that keeps me bye pores, you know, gets rid of the pores. And I am going to use this on my T-zone as well, just tapping that in. It's not adding any coverage, which is something I'm kind of craving, but I'm going to let it go. I'm also going to use the bronzer in here. This is the Sunshine in a Compact. It's warmth. So I think that sounds like a good idea. This is the Crown Brushes brand Angle Brush. It's just a perfect blush brush. Angled, but I'm going to use it right at the cheekbones for a little bit of bronze. This bronzer is pretty sheer. Like, I like that. I think it's one of the features I like most about it is that I can really go heavy on this bronzer and I never look too made up or anything. So I'm just taking that on the cheeks, and then I'm going to take it a little bit up on the hairline. Not too much because I do have acne up there. I don't want to make it look redder than it is. Same reason I'm not highlighting a lot of stuff today. I'm not going to use the blush in this quad. I'm actually going to use Laura Gellar's Baked Blush and Brighten in Tropic Hues. And this is a really pretty baked looking blush with like a bunch of swirls, marbly looking things. So I'm going to take that same brush I used for blush, tap it into this product. Ooh, that's pretty. Do you see that glow? Very peachy. It reminds me a lot of the Balm's Hot Mama. It's like a shimmery, not shimmery, I don't even know how to explain it. Frosty almost color, but I like that a lot. Now I'm using Laura Gellar's Baked Highlighter in French Vanilla. Emily Noel 83 has talked this product up for years. I'm going back into that tapered highlighter brush that I used to set my under eyes. And it's supposed to be a really natural looking highlight, and I agree. Oh, that is so pretty. I'm just using the lightly at the tail end of the brow here, and then at the top of the cheekbone. I really like that. I'm not going to highlight like my forehead or my chin or anything on the T-zone except for tip of the nose and the Cupid's bow. I'm just having some really bad acne right now, and I don't want to bring any attention to that by highlighting it. For brows, I'm using Benefit's Goof Proof Brow Pencil in number 3. I have never tried this. I got it as a deluxe sample at Sephora. It has a little angled tip. And number 3 is not the darkest, it's the medium shade, so hopefully it works for me. If it's anything like the shade number 3 in the Gimme Brow, I think it's going to be a little bit light and a little bit warm. So far, very natural looking. Now I'm going to be starting on my eyes. I just brushed out my brows with the brow spoolie. Now I'm using the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. I owned this when I bought my Lorac Pro 2, but it surely expired. Today I'm going to use the Lorac Pro 3 that I got for Christmas, and it came with a brand new one of these, so I'm going to use that. I'm going to keep this look pretty cool tone since I am wearing more cool tones on my body. This is the Lorac Pro 3 palette. I'm trying not to blind you with the mirror, but it has a top row of 8 mattes and the bottom row of 8 shimmers. This amethyst color that's like the purpley color is really calling my name. So first I'm going to use Cool Taupe as a transition shade, and this is a Real Techniques 200 brush. It's basically just like a really big eyeshadow brush, and I'm using that in the crease and slightly above the crease. I found this brush is too large to use for lid shades. It's just like huge, but for blending purposes and for, you know, soft looks, things that are larger surfaces, it works really well. I'm using a pencil brush in the color Blanc, which is exactly what you would think it is, just a white shade. And I'm using that underneath the brow and on the inner corner of the eye. Okay, now I'm going to be using Amethyst, that dark, almost like a burgundy purple. It is metallic, so I want to use more of a stiff brush that's not going to like drop shimmer all over my cheeks. So this is the Sigma E55 eye shading brush, and I'm going in with Amethyst. I'm tapping it on my hand real quick just to make sure I don't have any loose particles. I don't want this to end up all over my face. Definitely more burgundy than I thought it would be, but it's still really pretty. Just using a blending brush to blend out the edges of that product. Going into Pink Nude, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's like the perfect face powder for someone with cool tone undertones. But yeah, I'm just using that between the white of the brow bone and the dark shade on the lid. Maybe even above the transition shade. Then I'm going back in with Cool Taupe that I used as a transition shade. This brush I had just set aside, making sure that is nice and blended. Basically, I want a gradient from like white, the Pink Nude, Cool Taupe, Amethyst. I want it to just kind of gradually fade into the deep color on the lid. Now I'm going back in with the Amethyst color on the lid since it did get blended away a bit too much. And I just repeat this process. Add more, blend, 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 add more, blend, 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 until I have it just the way I want it. I'm going to be using the Tarte Inner Rim Liner. This is the Lights Camera Lashes Inner Rim Brightener in the shade Brightener, and it is a nude liner in the waterline here. It's the second time I've used that, and I think it really adds a little bit of brightness. I'm just going to blend it in with my finger, make sure it's not too bright. I like that it's nude and not white. I'm using the Urban Decay Razor Sharp Water Resistant Long Wear Liquid Eyeliner in the shade Perversion, which is a black liner. I had never tried that liner before. Not sure I love it, but it does have a really good tip for getting a wing liner. It did not succeed today, I'll be honest, guys. I have my moments where my wing liner just comes naturally, and other days where it doesn't. And today is one of the days where it doesn't. My eyes are not even, don't look too closely. Okay, so I'm just going to apply some mascara. I wanted to try out the Smashbox Photo Finish Lash Primer. I'm not big on lash primers usually because they're white often, and I don't know. But I will try it. Let that eye dry. I'm using the Urban Decay Perversion mascara. Cover up the white lash primer quite nicely. I don't see any white showing through. Looks good. I don't curl my lashes day to day because I just don't feel like I need to. My lashes are naturally kind of up. Using the Too Faced Melted Metal. This is a liquefied metal lipstick in the shade Melted Metallic Jelly. I haven't used this in a long time. Now these are really interesting because you can use a light coat, like you see here, nothing too dramatic. It's called metallic, it's not too metallic. But if I squeeze it and I get a little bit more product out, you can really see that purple and the metallic side come out. Altogether, this is a look I came up with using products pretty much first or second time I've used them, with the exception of a few products. But standouts so far I think are that blush. I think is really gorgeous if you like a sheen on your cheeks. The brow pencil, I think I might have gotten the wrong shade. It's the warm number 3, not number 5, which is the deep shade. But it looks okay. The eyeshadow palette, it applies really nicely. Not sure I'm loving the look I came up with, but that's my own fault. The quality of the product itself is really good though. The liquid liner was great. I like the tip of it. It does dry matte. It scared me because it went on really wet looking and I thought it was going to dry like not matte, but it is matte. The lash primer, I don't know what difference it made. That's why I don't use lash primers, because I don't really find that they make that much of a difference. And the mascara I'd used a couple times. It's just alright. But yeah, the thing that surprised me the most was the Laura Gellar foundation, because I don't usually like powder foundations. That one covered okay, especially if I did spot concealing before I applied the powder foundation. I think I could totally wear that all day. I'll have to see how it holds up. And yeah, so those are my first impressions on a bunch of new products. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.